What's good, man? It looked like Memo from 600 and THF 46 Bayzoo going back and forth over some issues between the two. Now, both of these artists are affiliated with Durk. Both of their neighborhoods is affiliated with O Block, and this really could get serious in the streets of the rack. Now, we do know that the rappers like Memo is in Atlanta. He's not in Chicago at all. I want to say Bayzoo is probably in Chicago more often than any of the two out of this conversation, man. A lot of people are saying that this started after Memo 600 actually said something to the baby about him doing a song with or doing a CD with NBA YoungBoy. Now, apparently, Durk had already had reached out to the baby and kind of clarify, it ain't nothing against you. It ain't no issue with you. This is between me and NBA YoungBoy. Now we do know that Memo 600 did take to his Twitter page to kind of say, that it wasn't the baby's fault. He thought that YB would revive his career. And then we all know what happened after that. The baby talked about Durk actually hitting him up, waving the white flag, saying it wasn't an issue. And, we got people online saying that Durk tried to call Memo 600 to a location so he could actually catch the fade with him. And when he got there, now word is, and I don't know how true this is, my homeboy Big Chuck posted this on his YouTube, and other people were saying this on other social media sites, that somehow or another Memo 600 jumped out of a window to escape that fade. Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not. Bayzoo is saying that he got video that he'll let leak if Memo 600 didn't pull up to this live stream or if he keep talking. A lot of y'all know or may not know who Bayzoo is, but Bayzoo is one of Durk's henchmen. Like a lot of people rumor that Bayzoo is the one that knocked down other people that used to be around and ain't no longer around no more, like Crump, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, though, Zoo is somebody who's known in the streets. I'm not sure if he's on that savage level of King Von or, some of them other names. But at the end of the day, I don't think Memo really want that action with him. Memo actually been in a lot of stuff within like the last 6 to 8 months, man. He had the situation with Whack 100 where he fell out with him. He subliminally been going at Durk for quite some time now. A lot of people have, comment on this as well as I made videos about it where he said that that's his brother, it ain't no issue. But Bayzoo is basically saying that he's been putting stuff on Twitter and going live, sending little subliminals about stuff that's really been going on behind the scenes that they've been trying to keep wraps on. And at this point, I guess it's just up. Now, Bayzoo in this live that you see playing in the background, he is saying that it's whatever with whoever. But at the end of the day, this ain't got nothing to do with Memo. Now, you see him showing Memo actually FaceTiming him right now. So he probably, he's FaceTiming Memo right now. So Memo probably ain't even answering the phone for him or whatnot, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, this is a crazy situation. A lot of people asking, like, how is it that Memo 600 is a part of OTF when he's constantly into it with OTF members? Like I said, he's subliminally dissing Durk. He's at it with Buka. Now he's into it with Bayzoo. I mean, even Von, before Von passed, it's a tweet in 2020 where Von is saying that, or calling Memo a goofy. I mean, there's people online who comparing him to Fendi Boy at this point, man. The Steve, one of the Steve Dry chains did get snatched. Now, Memo is saying that it didn't get took from him and that Bayzoo and other people need to quit putting his name on that or whatnot. I don't know, man. At some point, I kind of liked Memo. Like, I liked his music. I kind of rock with him. And I was rooting for Memo to actually take off. Like, I really was rooting for a lot of people on both sides. You know what I mean? GDs, BDs, or whatever side they on in Chicago. I root for a lot of these guys. Even FBG Cash and Ruga and them. You know what I mean? I be rooting for these dudes to really make a mark in the hip-hop game or in the culture, so that way they can pull themselves out of that situation as well as pull people around him out of those situations. So I know Memo do got a lot of people around him, or a few people around him from his neighborhood 600, and I'm rooting for him because he could actually take them out of a situation that, you know, they could possibly end up getting knocked down and living in the rack. Now, with this particular situation, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because, again, like I said, we got several different alliances in this situation. You know what I mean? You got the 300, 600, you know, people, you know, cool with each other. But you also have this THF 46 and 44, you know what I mean? The families. And O Block has an affiliation, as well as O Block has a long affiliation with 600. A lot of people from O Block rock with Memo 600. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where they stand in this, if they stand down, and even if the hoods even get into it or get involved. Again, like I said, Bayzoo is saying this ain't got nothing to do with the sixes, but I think one of the things that he was upset about is Memo saying that they're the real sixes, talking about the 6-0s or the 600. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is right now, man. It's up. Maybe a friendly fade. I don't know. Bayzoo kind of big and Memo kind of frail. And I know when Wack was talking about what he was going to do to Memo when he caught him, Memo was talking about blowing, you know, Wack down. So I don't really know how this is going to turn out, man. It's a wild situation. It's sort of like since Von left us, like the OTL situation has fallen apart, but at the same time, it's always been this way. Even if you go back to like the Glow days and the Chief Keef days, as well as like a situation between Durk and Chief Keef, you know, situations between Boss Top and Chief Keef, situations between Lil Reese and Lil Durk, you know what I mean? So it's all like, because I'm naming all the people that's around or that came up together. So all of these people is affiliated, but it's always been some type of inside situations. You know, you got the LA Capone and Lil Durk and all of that conversation right there, you know what I mean? So it's always been some type of dysfunction within the family, man. But get in the comment section, man. If y'all want to go watch this live stream, go ahead, man. There's so much in it. He's saying so much stuff and they doing so much. I really couldn't play the actual audio of it. I kind of gave y'all basically a rundown of everything that he was saying in this. Memo 600, of course, he never pulled up. He did go live or post something on Instagram and it's no longer up. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll see what happened. And like I said, I don't know if Durk actually really wanted him to pull up or not. That's what was being said. You know what I mean? They said that they was, you know, trying to get him to where Durk was at. They said he ran. They said he jumped out of a window, man. I don't know. Get in the comment section, though. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm Almighty the Ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload new content.